Lorcana Locals!
Marvelous! Fight!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Lorcana Locals with your boy, TheXploder. We are back with Brian on the left. Who's found on the right? It's his wife. It's Brian versus Lesley, husband versus wife in glorious Lorcana action. I only have the one game for you because this was at the very end of the night and they were trying to cram a full session of games in before calling for the end of the Locals night. But we got one game, so consider this your Brucey bonus round of the Brian games. Yeah, Brian on the left, Lesley on the right. I believe Lesley was playing Amber Steel, Brian's playing his Ruby Amethyst deck. Let's get at it with Brian with Chernobog followers, Lesley with the one-drop Cinderella able to sing free, and let's see how we go about it. And very interesting, a first in Lorcana Locals. We've seen Lesley before. We have had Brian before, obviously. We've been doing the Brian games. And now, it's very interesting to see first time husband versus wife. Excellent. Glad to get this on camera. Quest for 1 with Chernobog followers. Ink the Mim Snake. Pay 2 for a Mim Snake. Bounce the follower back. Now we have a big bad Snakey out on the board ready to deal with any pesky song tech. Back over to Lesley. Cinderella ready to sing, but is she going to? Let's find out. I think that was a Lawrence that just went into the inkwell. 2-drop Calhoun. Very strong 2-drop. That is a great counter to the snake and can wipe that snake out in no time. No point sticking anything with Cindy if you don't have anything viable to do at this moment in time, because that snake is thicker than the average boy, especially as a 2-drop. Fantastic stats for a 2-drop. Back over to Brian's turn. Contemplation. Amber Steel, we all know, can be quite formidable. That is a Thievery going into the inkwell. Snakey is going to quest for 1, bringing us the Mim Fox, bouncing the Mim Snake back. Bounce tech on full show here. Calhoun, Cinderella, Lesley's turn. What is she going to be doing in this scenario against husband O'Brien? She brings out the Lilo. Children are on show. Oh, was she going to sing that? No, it's Strength of a Raging Fire instead of a Let the Storm Rage on. Being able to do 3 damage, take out the Madam Mim. Fantastic stuff. Inks a Pete, plays a Daisy as well. Quest for 1 with Calhoun. Ooh, or are you? I don't think she is. Fair enough. Fair enough, but fantastic use of the characters you have, Lesley. Fantastic bit of control there, getting rid of the Mim Fox. No cheeky bounce tech now, unless Brian puts something else out on the board. What's going to happen now? Lesley with the board domination and being able to quest next turn for at least, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, which would be pretty darn nice. Inking an Amethyst Chromacon in order to play out Chernobog followers, and then pays for cash, gets out the Fox immediately, rushes into Cinderella. Good move. Get rid of the pesky singer while you can, because an Amber Steel song deck, if it's relying on a lot of songs, needs those singers out to really cause punishment. So why not? The only trick now, it is a viable option for Calhoun to swing into the Mim Fox, but is Lesley going to do that or have something else planned? It's another Calhoun. One Calhoun swings in. The Calhoun then gets the +2 lore because of the banishment. Does get wrecked herself, but that's absolutely fine. Quest for 2 with Lilo, going up to 4. Quest with Daisy, go up to 6. Reveal the top, it's Thievery! Put Thievery at the bottom. Oof! Big, nice, juicy hit there. Hitting that Thievery means that Brian can't use his tempo plays just quite yet. Now we know 1 Thievery is guaranteed at the bottom of the deck. Lesley on a roll. Brilliant work there. Back over to Brian. And so far, the wife is beating husbando 6-2. What's Brian got under his belt? Luckily, there are no bodyguards out in play. There's only the Calhoun with resist. So Brian should be able to do quite a lot here. There are plenty of brawl targets, actually. Daisy and Lilo can both be hit by Brawl if he does have one in hand. All to play for, still relatively early on in the game. Going to go for it. Inks a Chernobog followers. Pays the ink. Goes for the white rose just to get that one cheeky law and get a 3-3 out onto the board. Then plays the snake. Bounces the rose back so you can at least get another law next turn and still have a 3-3 out, being all intimidating. I like it. Very solid. Very nice move. Back over to Lesley, who will have the advantage in law going into this round. And there is Let the Storm Rage On. Played raw, 2 damage onto the snake. Lesley's able to draw a card. 1 ink, inks a Piglet in order to then play another Lilo. Goes for 2 with the Daisy, which hits into a Chernobog followers going into Brian's hand. Quest for another 2 with Lilo, going straight up to 10, the big double digit. Lesley gets there first. And what about Calhoun? Calhoun, it would make sense to stay upright. You do not want to swing in with Calhoun or quest with Calhoun unless you know that Calhoun is going to survive, because you want to make sure you get the 2 law off of banishing somebody if you can. Very scary board there though by Lesley. Next turn, if everything lives, can go for 2, 4, 6, 7 law, taking Lesley up to 17, which is very, very scary. Brian with a damaged snake, thinking about what the best plan of action is. Pesky Amber Steel being pesky. What can I say? Brian's tempted. He's going for Child. He swings for Snake into Lilo. Snake is gone. That Lilo would now stay in discard, but can have the effect triggered by Lesley if she so wishes. Brian's still thinking of what to do. Inks and Chernobog followers. Pays 3. Goes for the white rose. Get the +1. Go to 4 law. Then going to pay another 3. It's the Rush Peter Pan. 2 damage into Daisy Duck. He just wanted to do something and wanted to bop the duck one way or another. Absolutely fine. But because that is a rush evasive Peter Pan, Calhoun will not be able to hit him. So very smart move there by Brian, bringing that Peter Pan out. But Kida is in play. -3 to absolutely everybody until the start of Lesley's next turn. That is 4 law going straight onto Lesley's side, straight up to 14, and move to Brian's turn. That now means that Lesley's in control yet again. On 14 law can go to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Next turn. She has game. Brian needs to be able to control the board in some way or form, preferably getting rid of at least Daisy Duck or Lilo, but if you can get rid of both, that'll be brilliant. And so what is Brian going to think here? You have a Rush Peter Pan, and you have a White Rose with a 3-3 stat block, and I will preach it. That 3-3 stat block is really, really nice. There we go. Both of them are going to quest. Go to 6. Mim Fox comes out. Brings home the Peter Pan. Mim Fox, who you tackling? Tackling the Daisy. Fantastic job. Only take the 1 damage. Daisy Duck is gone. Have plenty of ink there. Pays for 3 in order to bring back out the Peter Pan that swipes and takes out the Lilo, which is fantastic as well. And that's legal, ladies and gentlemen, because Mim and Peter Pan were played after the effect of Kida triggers, which means they don't come into play with -3. The characters with -3 only keep -3 if they stay on board. So the bounce tech there really came in handy for Brian. Very well done for a spot of control. Next turn, however, Lesley with another Daisy Duck to replace. Brings back a Lilo exerted, tackles with Calhoun to gain 2 law on the Mim Fox, quest for 2 with Kida, and has now set up endgame yet again. Lilo, Kida, Daisy Duck. Brian has to get rid of all 3 of these characters or else it's game over. Simple as that. He needs to get rid of all 3 of these characters now, or else it is legit game over. And all of this is done for our beloved Wheels. Plays Amethyst Chromacon in hopes to maybe draw a card that can be the big help. Lesley does get a card as well because of the effect of it. Oh, what's going to happen? It's a second one! Trying again! Is there any chance that Brian can get the card he needs? Ooh, he's banking. He's hoping, he's pleading. Gathering wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge and wisdom, sorry. No, I don't think Brian's got it. He's only on 8 lore. Leslie's on 18. I think we are going to see a concede or something right now. Unless Brian's just going to go ham on something. It depends. So this is really trippy. All he has to play with is a white rose, a Peter Pan, and a magic broom. And that is 3, 4, 5. That is a Be Prepared, but he can't use it. He can't use Be Prepped because he ran out of the Inclodes because of the Amethyst Chromacons. No! The card he needed, and it was way too late. And he did have enough to pull it off if he had it in his hand or drew into it. It's game over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bri. I think that is it. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Special one game antics with wife versus husband. And the aim of the game here, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a game of wife versus husband, the wife does win. At least in this case. I hope you enjoyed this Brucey bonus episode of Lorcana Locals. Just a simple one game antics between Lesley and Brian. Thank you guys for allowing me to record the game and add my commentary on top as a Brucey bonus for everybody. Thank you to Geek Retreat as well as Magic Madhouse supplying us with amazing TCG swag that we can get our hands on. Have a look in the description if you are interested in any swag yourself, and you can follow my link to Magic Madhouse to treat yourself to something, and it will help me out at the same time. With that being said, also support your locals so that your locals can still be the place to go for your TCG antics, be it Lorcana, Pokemon, One Piece, you name it. And that is all I have for you for this series of games. Until I record a new series of games or until I have a new Lorcana project in the works, that is all for now. But until I next see you guys, stay safe, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay explosive. I'll be seeing you guys next time.